On a previous video, we talked about two half hitches when your line needs to be tied off to another object or another line. And the two half hitches I mentioned in the video was a bit temporary for you to come back to it and finish it. If you wanted to make a line off in that same direction, a little bit more permanent, you would use what we call a rolling hitch. If you're in the Boy Scouts and tying this knot on land, it's called a taut line hitch. But once you come onto the water and onto ships and boats, it changes names to a rolling hitch. So it's very similar to the two half hitches, but the half hitch didn't have much friction. It could slip on its own with vibration. So if you need to make it off a little more permanently, I'm going to first start just like I did with one half hitch, but I'm going to pass it around a second time and underneath of itself, which gives it a lot more friction onto the object you're tying it on. Again, this object this time happens to be a shroud right here on the ship. I'm going to finish it off just like I finished the two half hitches, with one half hitch on the bottom, creating 3 turns instead of 2, creating a lot more friction. This one is still in the family of slip knots and slip hitches. It can be slipped up and down to tighten and loosen it, but it does have much more friction. It's much less likely to slip on its own with vibration, wind blowing on it, the rain getting it wet and then drying out. So that's a rolling hitch with 3 turns, creating a lot more friction. So it's a much more permanent way of tying a line to another object or to another line.